Okay, there are two additional results on the batter card in box seat baseball that we haven't covered yet, and so the next two videos I'm going to cover those. One is the hit by pitch routine, and then the other is the wild pitch / rare play routine that you'll see on every batter's card in box seat baseball. All right, so we're going to talk about hit by pitches first, and if you're going to talk about hit by pitches, you have to talk about this guy, Ron Hunt. This is his 1974 card with the Expos. He was hit 16 times in 1974, which is not nearly as many as he was hit in 1971 when he set the major league record with 50. I don't have the 71 set. That is available with box seat baseball. I don't have it. I would love to see his card for 1971. It's got to be just loaded with hit by pitches. But you'll see on his card for 1974 on the 15 result against a right-handed pitcher and on the 44 result against a left-handed pitcher, he has the HBP in red. And then you'll also see over on the third column against a lefty on 54 and against a righty on 63, he's got a 50-50 chance of being hit by a pitch. When you see a split result on the batter's card, you look at the red die, and if it's 0 to 4, you use the first result before the slash, and if it's 5 to 9, you use the second result. So he's got a 50-50 chance of a hit by pitch opportunity on those. Let's look at 15 though, and let's say here's your dice roll. 15 on the white and the black, 64 on the green and the red, and the pitcher die result is a 0. Okay, so the hit by pitch result works similar to the hit result. The first part of what you do is exactly like the hit result, and that is you get the 15, you see it says HBP, and remember, it's not automatic, just like hits in box seat baseball are not automatic. They are possibilities, they are possible hits. In this case, it's a possible hit by pitch. So the first thing you're going to do is exactly what you do in the hit check. Check the green and the red, check it against his hit result, which is 77. 64 is not equal to or greater than 77, so it's not an automatic hit by pitch for Hunt in this case. You've got to check the pitcher's die. Now, the pitcher's die is a 0, and this is where it's different from a hit check in that the pitcher, in this case, it's Bob Gibson, a guy who wasn't afraid to hit a batter or two. He doesn't have a matrix for hit by pitches. He just has a rating. And that rating over here on the right side of his card is 2. Okay, you're going to check the pitcher's die result against that rating and compare them. And if you're in the box seat manual on page 11, you'll see a description of the hit by pitch routine. And it says essentially for each roll on the pitcher's die, what does it need to be a hit by pitch? I've made this actually into a chart that I'm going to show you, where I spell out what the results are that can be a hit by pitch. So the simplest way to put it is if the pitcher's hit by pitch rating is higher than the number on the pitcher's die, it's going to be a hit by pitch. So you're going to compare that 0 to Gibson's 2. 2 is bigger than 0. So if you look at pitcher die value 0, it's a hit by pitch if the pitcher's hit by pitch rating is 1 or higher. It's higher than the 0. Gibson hits Hunt in this case when the pitcher's die is 0. If the pitcher's die had instead been 3E, ignore the E, ignore E's, D's on these, just look at the number. That's higher than his 2. So when the pitcher's die value is a 3, he'd have to be a 4 or higher to hit him, and he's not. So these hit by pitch ratings on the pitcher's card go from -4, which is the best rating, to 4, the worst rating, in terms of likelihood of the pitcher hitting the batter. The one thing you have to look at with the pitcher die is if you get a letter by itself, A, B, or R, then the only way that it's not a hit by pitch would be if the pitcher's rating is -4. You can see over there on the right. A, B, or R on the pitcher die, it's a hit by pitch if his rating is -3 or higher. So here's a guy, Ray Bear, on the Cardinals, who does have a -4. on the hit by pitch. He will not hit Hunt unless Hunt's hit number comes into play. But if you have to go to the pitcher's die with Bear, all 10 possibilities on the pitcher's die do not result in a hit by pitch because he's a -4. Here's another pitcher for the Cardinals, Lynn McLaughlin. He's -1, so that's better than Gibson's 2. And if we go back to the original dice roll with a 0, McLaughlin's a -1 on a -1, or on a 0 on the pitcher die. Got to be 1 or higher. And McLaughlin's -1 is lower, so it's not a hit by pitch. So it's a two-step process. The first step is check the green and the red to see if it's an automatic hit by pitch. And this also takes effect when you have those batters who have a number in parentheses, where there's runners in scoring position, and it can actually take a hit away from the batter. It can also take a hit by pitch away. So you use that same hit routine that you use on hits as the first step on the hit by pitch check. Check that against, in this case, Hunt's number. If it doesn't match one of those values, then you're going to go to the pitcher die and you're going to compare that to the pitcher's hit by pitch rating. If the hit by pitch rating is higher than the number on the die, it's a hit by pitch, batter to first base. And if it's not, it's a special situation out. So similar to the runners in scoring position, when a hit gets taken away, you go to the special situations outs chart, which I typed up on the same page. It's also in the trifold charts where you look at the red and you see what type of out it is. So you're going to use that if it's not a hit by pitch. Okay, so that's that routine. The next video, I'm going to talk about the result that you'll see on Hunt's number 44 against a right-handed pitcher, where you see RP slash plus WP, and then you also see it against a lefty on 42. Same result. Okay, this is a rare play and wild pitch result, and it's probably the most talked about result among the people that play this game. There's a lot of debate about how to do it, and it gets house ruled a lot. So I'm going to do a separate video where I talk about that. But hit by pitches, again, like a lot of things in this game, you just have to get a routine. And if you have Ron Hunt coming up, you're going to get a lot of reps in on the hit by pitch routine. It's pretty simple once you learn it. All right, thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back to talk about wild pitches and rare plays.